Over at the shops at the Palazzo, you'll find a bookworm's fantasy nestled among the designer stores. Bauman's Rare Books is perhaps the only place in the world where you can purchase an original Shakespeare folio at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night.
You can go from shopping area to retail area throughout the world, and you will very, very rarely see a place that is like Bauman Rare Books at the Palazzo. We have actually pulled out all the stops here.
But it isn't just books that bring collectors to Bauman's. The store is also home to a few pieces of history.
What we're looking at here is the Nuremberg Chronicle, which is printed in 1493. This book, which is over 500 years old, was one of the first books that was massively illustrated on a printing press. As you can see here, this is a version of the known world from 1493. The main thing about the architecture of our gallery is that it's accessible and open. We don't want people to be intimidated by rare books. Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, done in 1826. As you can see, most music was engraved on steel and copper plates, which meant that the production is limited because the plates would wear out. And this copy sells for $13,500. One of the hallmarks of our business has always been to bring great books and autographs to the general public. Mark Twain's Huckleberry Finn, a book that Hemingway called the beginning of modern literature. This is a first edition copy in the original green cloth binding, priced at $20,000. Unquestionably, one of Hemingway's most popular works, The Old Man and the Sea, was the work that won him the Pulitzer Prize. The first edition copy has a wonderful inscription by Hemingway, and it is priced at $33,000. If there's a book that influenced you, if there's an author that you like, if there's a book that you read as a child that moved you, we have it. When I say there is not a gallery like ours, I literally mean there is not a gallery like ours that represents both the 18th century and the 17th century as in the setting of a modern retail establishment. We just got in a copy of the first edition of the Lewis and Clark expedition from 1814. There were only about 1,400 copies printed. Very few survive, and most of them that do survive do not have the extraordinary map which illustrates the expedition of Lewis and Clark. And we have a copy in mint condition with the map. We find that people that collect rare books and manuscripts are a lot different than the people that collect sort of the decorative arts, like painting and furnishings and silver and that sort of thing. Collecting rare books has a different sort of emotional component. We have an early copy of the United States Constitution. It's a unique copy, the only one printed that we know of, and it's $335,000. One of my favorite books is F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby. And that was a book about the American dream. And I think that's what Las Vegas reminds me of. It's the possibility that exists here.